Since I can remember, I have always had like a feeling deep within and a question of why am I here? Why are we here? What really is all of this? I had a sense that there's something behind this. There's something must be behind all of this. It can't just be what you get told. There must be something behind you. It can't just be random. And before I experienced infinity, I genuinely thought purpose meant having a good job, getting a mortgage, being a good person, maybe being involved with religion or spirituality, but just sticking to the right path. Do as you're told, do the right thing, the right things will happen. And that's kind of what life is. But obviously, one moment changed everything, ripped my life wide open, it ripped my ideas and myself wide open, and allowed me to see beyond the veil briefly. And although I have explained and spoke about this quite a lot, what I really want to give you today is what I've come to know, truly what I've come to know, what I've saw, what I've remembered, and what I feel is the real reason you are here. Most of us have been conditioned and taught that purpose is something external, something out there, something for you to grab and hold and obtain, an achievement, a good job, education, marriage, mortgage, good relationships. But for me, what I found that really this just brings an idea of, am I good enough? Am I doing good enough? Should I get more? Should I obtain more? Should I do more? Should I be more? It's like an endless search of, am I being the best version I can be? Do I need to fix this? Do I need to fix that? Do I need to fix myself? It becomes like something you have to figure out that you can't mess up. But that in itself brings so much pressure. It brings so much anxiety. This is why so many people are so anxious. They have this huge pressure on their shoulders. What if I'm not doing it right? What if I haven't got a good enough job? What if I haven't got a mortgage? And they also compare themselves to everyone else around them. Everyone is in competition with each other for obtaining as much of the material and external world that they can. And even in something like spirituality, we can make this happen. We put labels on everything. We try to one-up each other. I'm a light worker. I'm a healer. They're a teacher. What do they know that I don't? What can I get that they haven't got? What do I give that you haven't got? And it still leaves you feeling empty. It still leaves you not fulfilled because you're searching for something external. That's not why you're here. Purpose isn't something that's outside of you that you have to chase. Purpose is something inside of you that is just waiting to be remembered. And to understand why you're here, you need to remember what you are. And what you are is awareness. You are pure awareness. You are not your identity. You are not your labels. You are not your accumulations. You are not your story that you have created for yourself. It's great, it's amazing, it's fun, but that's not who you are. And the more you identify with all of that, the more you'll feel empty, the more you'll feel like you need something external, you need to chase something that's outside of yourself. And I know this because my moment of infinity showed me that Sasha dissolved, my identity dissolved, my story dissolved, it all went away. And what was left was pure awareness, my perspective, my lens, my uniqueness. No body, no story, no time, just me as presence. The feeling of this experience, realization, dimension, I don't really know what to call it, But the feeling of this was ultimate truth, ultimate reality. The best way I can describe it, actually, is that when you wake up from a dream and you realize that that was a dream, that's exactly how it felt when I became aware of my infinite presence. That infinite presence was the waking up from this dream that we're in right now. That's exactly how it felt. And I understood that what all of this is consciousness expressing itself as reality. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I like to simplify things. So the way I kind of see it is you have the pure awareness, which some people can refer to source, or the void of potentiality, the moment before creation. And then I see consciousness. Consciousness is everything else, all of those potentials expressed, the void expressing itself, source expressing itself. So I see awareness as the pure I am, and I see consciousness as everything that's around us. One isn't greater than the other. Both are together. They both complement each other. They both need each other for contrast. That's how I see it. That's how I know it. That's how I feel it. And the best way that I can describe this is the pure awareness, the void where all potentiality exists, is imagining from the potentials an infinite creation where it can focus itself into and experience itself from within. And each soul, each human, each soul is a unique expression of that one awareness, experiencing the infinite consciousness, the infinite reality that it's created. And I really want to express this. You are not a random human in a dead universe. You are awareness expressed as a unique soul, temporarily wearing the story of a human. And if you're not the story, if you're not the human, then what exactly is this place? What is this that we call here now? This place has been created as a playground, as a learning ground, as a space of expression, a space where we can be, a space where we can explore, feel contrast, feel opposites, feel duality. It's where we can act as mirrors for each other, where we can learn from each other, for ourselves, and for the greater whole. It's a place to have fun, to experience, to live, to be. It's not a prison. It's not something you're trapped in. It's just another way of expressing life, another way of experiencing consciousness, another way of living as your unique self. And here you can feel time, you can feel contrast, you can feel relationships, and importantly, you can feel limitation. But it's all beautiful. It's all something that the soul can't feel unless it's in something like this. People are trying so hard to escape this, but they're here for this. They're here for this moment right now. So you can experience everything around you, all of the contrast, all of the volatility, all of the humanness. You're not meant to escape this place. You're meant to fully live it in this moment. Earth, or this plane, this realm, whatever you want to call it, this is a place where love can meet fear, where awareness can meet identity, and where remembering can meet forgetting. Dreams, our body experiences, all of the types of altered states, they're not ways for you to escape this reality. They're reminders They're not ways for you to leave. They're ways for you to know, to remember who you are. But they're not there for you to chase or live in separately from this place. You are here specifically for this. You're not here to try to leave. And there's a metaphor that I love because it works. Whenever I try to explain this stuff, awareness is an ocean, and this life is a wave within the ocean, popping up to express itself, to see itself in another way. And you can also look at that from the lens of source and souls. Source is the ocean, and the souls within it are the waves that never crash. You are always here, experiencing the ocean as the wave. And here's what I've come to understand, not as a belief, but as a knowing within me, as my truth. You are here to remember who and what you are. You are here to embody that knowing, and you are here to meet others from that place, from that embodiment. That to me, over the years, from everything I've experienced, is what I've got. That's what I know we're here to do. And I've spoke about remembering before, what it's like, what it means, how it feels, and it's that deep gut knowing. Don't align yourself with anything that makes you contract or doesn't feel right or feels off. That's not true to you. That's not true to your soul. Even if I say something and I make you contract, that's not true for you. This is all about learning and playing and expressing, but doing it through the embodiment of your soul. You don't need to become a new version of you. You don't need to go outside to download a new version of you into yourself. You just need to relax into the you that's always been there. I try to guide people to remember in ways by having out-of-body experiences, by exploring dreams, lucid dreams and altered states. But I also try to guide people who maybe struggle with things like that through my videos, because you can come to the same realizations by just relaxing as the human self and letting go and surrendering to the experience. And OBEs, lucid dreams, altered states, they will naturally come as a side effect of relaxing and letting go and surrendering. So all of these moments of remembering that you have, whether it's through an out-of-body experience, a lucid dream, or by the silence that you have when you're with your child, these are all moments where your soul is tapping you on your shoulder and telling you that you're closer to remembering, that you're closer to home. Once you embody your true self, once you align with your truth, you will see this through how you speak, through how you think, through how you act. There's a quote, I'm not sure who said it, but it was, true happiness is when your thoughts, your words, and your actions align. I don't disagree with that at all. I wouldn't call it happiness. I'd say happiness is a choice, but also a side effect of that happening. But once your thoughts, actions, and words all align, that is embodiment. That is you acting out of your soul. That is you acting through your soul, through yourself, through your true self. And once this starts to happen, you'll no longer have that need of, I haven't got enough money, or am I in the right job? Or even, can I live in this life knowing what I know now? I went through a period of that, but once I integrated, it became the opposite. It's like I have to live here, right now, in this moment, as myself, as my soul, as much as it's to love and to play and to experience, it's also kind of a responsibility. It's also kind of, once you know that that's something you have to do, at least for me, that's what I've come to realize, that's something I have to do, then my responsibility is there to kind of help everyone else remember that as well, and help everyone else live in this way from their unique perspective, from their unique soul. And if that happened, this place would become a heaven on earth. And I want to make this clear. Your purpose isn't to float away. It's to bring what you remember into your love, your life, and how you show up here. That's the most important thing. You're here to meet other souls as souls. You're here to reflect remembrance. You're here to help each other through fear, through forgetting. And you do this with everyone, family, friends, even strangers, people you don't know. The way you act can softly plant a seed in someone that will send them on their own journey to remembrance. So you are here to remember, embody, and relate as the one through the unique soul that you are. And I want to address something that people have been asking me. It's, if remembering is the real reason, then why do we forget so completely? Why do we forget so much? It's because it's the only way. Forgetting is part of it. You have to forget to experience the limitation. You have to forget to experience the contrast. You have to forget to experience the fear, the highs and lows, the volatility, the separateness, the cold, the dark. You have to forget to experience all of that. This allows real choice. This allows you to make choices for yourself. You can choose the light. You can choose the dark. You can choose anything. You have that opportunity because you're in forgetfulness. This is what makes love so meaningful. If you choose the darkness, for example, and you claw your way out of that darkness and choose love, that love will be so much more powerful because you experience the opposite side of that. I experienced utter terror, confusion. I was on my own. I had no one to speak to for years about the nihilism I felt, the separateness that I felt. No one understood. No one got it. I wasn't looking at the internet in that time. And if I did, I didn't really find anything. That was what I went through. It was trauma. It was pain. But that took so many years of integration. And look at the lens I'm speaking through now. I'm not saying look up to me. I'm someone you should worship or follow or use as a guru or a teacher or a guide. But I'm just saying this is why I know this to be true. I was in the deepest, darkest pits of, you could call it hell. I couldn't think of anything worse than what I felt. And I have integrated that, accepted it, and instead of choosing to go back into the darkness, I've chose to live as that truth. And my surrender to me choosing that has allowed me to love so deeply, has allowed me to express and help. The knowing that I am just, quote unquote, just awareness, that hasn't put me in fear. It did initially, but it has opened up infinity for me. It's opened up infinite potential. It's opened up the fact that I know that I am a unique expression, a soul that is able to experience infinity forever in whatever way I want with every person, every other soul that I want. if I want. You literally have an open field of infinity. You can't get better than that. But initially, to feel something like that, it will be hell, because the you that you think you are will get destroyed. But it's not a bad thing. Something to be open to. Something to, if you're ready to take that leap, if you're ready to surrender, if you're ready to let go on the grip that you have on reality and of your human self, if you're ready to let all of that go, then something beautiful is waiting for you, even if it doesn't feel like it at the start. You will be able to express from yourself, from your true self. You'll be able to love unconditionally. You'll be able to feel more. And most importantly, you'll be able to live in the moment, because really that's all that matters. There's nothing more important than the present moment. I'm not against having out-of-body experiences. In fact, I'm for them. Have them. Have out-of-body experiences. Have experiences of lucid states and different states of altered awareness. Have them. They all help for remembrance. But don't chase them. Don't cling to them. Don't use them as a way of escaping. Don't use them as a way of finding yourself, because your true self never leaves. You never go anywhere. You're always here. You're always waiting patiently in the moment for you to notice that you're in the stillness, that you're in the silence, that you're in love. And once you let go, that's what you'll feel, that's what you'll see, that's what you'll know. And the fear, the pain, the trauma that comes with an experience like this, it's not a punishment. It's just friction. It's just you loosening your grip. Source doesn't want to express or experience as a human mind. Source wants to express and experience as itself, its true self. And that's what you are. So you never messed up by forgetting at all. Forgetting is what makes remembering so much more powerful. And what does this mean? What does any of this mean for your life right now, in this moment? Everything that I've said, what does that mean? You don't have to chase. You don't have to chase an OBE. You don't have to become a teacher. You don't have to have everything figured out. We are in infinity. You can't figure everything out. But what you can do is you can meet your fear with curiosity and love and acceptance. You can bring more honesty into your relationships, even with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Accept yourself, love yourself. That's the only way that you can then bring it into your relationships with others. You can choose presence rather than autopilot. You can choose presence rather than thoughts. It's very hard. It is hard. It takes a long time, but you can do it. And you can start to notice what feels true rather than what feels like survival. Don't just choose an option because it's comfortable. Choose an option because it's true for you deep down. Don't let your mind take over. Your soul is the one waiting to experience this. An important thing that I've realized is how defensive we are as humans. Someone can say something, even someone you love more than anything, and you can be so defensive because it's cracked at your story, cracked at your identity, cracked at your habits. But in that moment, notice that armor's being put up by your mind. And instead of being defensive, choose love. Choose to meet them from a place of love. even if they're wrong in your eyes, even if what they've said hurts you, meet them with love. It's so important. The real reason you are here is not hidden in some future event. It's in how you show up in this moment as who you truly are. For me, I've come to all of this realization, this knowing, because of that moment that happened to me, which was terrifying. And I wouldn't wish that fear upon anyone, but I would wish the remembrance on everyone. And if something in you knows that what I'm saying is true, even if your mind is doubting it, you are already on the path of remembrance. And that knowing matters more than the certainty your mind needs. You are not behind. You are not late. You are just simply remembering in your own way. And there's more that I'm going to be sharing in my next arc. And you're more than welcome to stay with me if you want to go deeper into all of this, into awareness, fears, OBEs, dreams, altered states, and bringing your true self into the human. And if you want, the private group and the guide are below. Only join if it genuinely feels right. Either way, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening.